Hey, let me close this. Okay.
Hey, dude.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good, good.
How was your day?
Little, little crazy, but
Yeah,
yeah, I'm just apartment shopping. Let's see.
pretty stressful.
Little crazy.
And even more for women, because I feel like you guys are too picky where you guys live.
Yeah, I would say that. Hi, welcome everybody. Let's see. We got Bianca, Sierra.
Do you think the ADX is pretty good?
The what?
The ADX indicator?
The APA. I actually haven't tried that one. Let me
I,
see.
I think that one with the MACD is pretty good.
I'm sure with the MACD. I mean, I've heard of it before, but I haven't really actually used it myself. Let's see. Hugo's way. All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so today we're not actually going to look at charts just because I really wanted to break down some things to you guys. I think that it's going to take a little time to understand this part. So I really want to focus on this today. That way, the trading part, the charts part makes sense to you, because, now you're learning everything put together, So it's really not just about like understanding the charts. It's also about opening up your broker's account, understanding how to enter the market, which we'll go more into, but understanding the little nitpicky things before we actually enter the market. So I'm gonna jump right into it. There are several different kinds of brokers you can use. One that I personally love is Hugo's Way. And the reason why I do is because it allows me access to one of my favorite pairs. It's actually, well, it's not a pair, it's actually US 30. US 30 is a lot more volatile, the market itself, but I actually love US 30. I love watching the movement of it. So Hugo's Way allows me access to all the foreign exchange pairs, but also access to several different things that I find interesting, like gold, and that's the two that I love. So I just want to introduce you guys to my favorite broker. If you guys have trouble with this broker and you just want to try something different, I have other options for you too. But let's go ahead and just get started with this. This is the website right here. It's called hugosway.com. And this is where you're going to have access to your broker's account. So I think I forgot my login, unless it already saved me. Probably already saved me, but just for privacy reasons, I think I'm not going to sign in. But I just want to tell you that when you guys are ready to open up your broker's account, you guys are going to go about it this way, okay? So you're going to go ahead and sign in to your live account, and then you're also going to download MT4, okay? And then after that, you're going to use your MetaTrader 4 account. Give me 1 second. So you're going to use your MetaTrader 4 account, which is an app you downloaded. Let me know if you guys need all the apps that you need necessary to download. But MetaTrader 4 is what you're going to download, and then you're going to connect your broker's account to your MetaTrader 4 account. So one thing I want you guys to start off with is a demo account. That way you're playing with, monopoly money, in other words. So you're not actually playing with your real money, but you're playing with, pretend money until you guys understand how trading really works and get the feel for it in a demo account. So you have a demo account, you have a fake account. which is like playing with fake money, and then you have a live account, which is actually playing with real money. That's like your money you're really trading. So, we're gonna take some time to you guys get to that point. But yes, this is your broker's account. This is where you're gonna sign in, create your account, link it to your phone, and that way you're able to access the market through this. And that's what the rule is for every time you're entering the market, you're using a broker's account to do so. So once you guys have that established, the next thing you're gonna do is, or the next thing we're gonna go over is something called lot sizes, right? And I need to do a web call for you guys that's going to talk a little bit more in depth about MetaTrader 4 and how it works. But for now, just create your Hugo's Way account, and there's going to be a part of it that's going to ask you for your like a picture of your ID and a bank statement. Once you submit that within about 24 hours or less, Hugo's Way is going to allow you access to actually fund your account or create a demo account. So when we get to that point, which is probably going to be, I want to say Sunday could be our next session. When we get to that point where you guys have already downloaded Hugo's Way and created your accounts and submitted all the things they require, we can go ahead and just, play with a demo account, talk a little bit more about MetaTrader 4 and how the broker's account links to both. So let's go ahead and go over lot sizes, right? One thing people always ask me when it comes to trading is how is it that you're able to make money? Like, maybe you don't have the right question for it, but I can almost assume, like, if you're brand new, you've never heard of trading before, I can almost assume, like, how it's a little bit hard to believe that it works. You know what I'm saying? So let me break it down to you guys. Like, let's say you guys are buying a home, right? When you guys buy a home, or maybe you are not able to afford everything on the spot, sometimes you can go to your banks and you could actually ask for a loan for the house, right? So when you're able to do that, the banks are going to provide you, the money that you have, but you always have to have something to come up with. You have to have something, right? So when you do have a little bit of money, they're going to throw you some as well. And then you're able to go ahead and buy the home, right? So if you think about that in trading terms, think of you as the person trying to buy the home, but you're really just trying to get into the market, right? Could I ask you guys to please mute your mics? That way, everybody can hear me a little clearer. So, okay, when you guys go ahead and, want to buy a home, or like in trading terms, you guys want to hop into the market, you're going to have some sort of down payment, right? Which means that you're going to have to put down something, like whether it's $50, maybe $100, maybe even, let me mute the mic, sorry. Okay, muting mics. Okay, sorry. Okay, so when you, I keep going back and forth. Okay, so when you guys want to hop into the market, you have to have something to put down. So that means you would have to have like maybe anything above $10 to actually put down, so that the brokers can tell you, okay, we're going to give you so and so amount because you put down so and so amount, right? So that's really what it is, and we actually call that a leverage system. So what that means is that you have access to the markets now, and the broker actually gave you more money so you can play with more money and make a lot more in the market. So let's say, I put down some, I actually get put into something called a lot size, right? These are all the lot size that there's available. So there's a nano lot, a micro lot, a mini lot, and a standard lot, right? So if I put down about $50 to $100, or like less, I'm gonna be in what's called a nano lot. And then if I'm gonna put down about anything, I believe, let me see. Hold on, I had it somewhere. Yeah. Yes, okay. I've been skipping around. Okay. So if I put down anything above $100 or like around $1,000, I'm in what's called a micro lot, right? So $100 to $1,000, I'm now in what's called a micro lot, and then a mini lot is about $10,000. And then a standard lot is $100,000. So what this means is basically the amount that you put down, the broker recognizes that amount. But if you were to use a lot size or get involved in the leverage system, that means that you actually have access to fit into one of these categories. So let's say I fit into the nano lot. I have the ability to make anything about $100. Okay. And then if I put anything between $100 and $1,000, I have up to $1,000 that I can have access to if I wanted to. So going back to my example about like how the leverage system works, the broker tells you if you put down something, we can give you more. So that's something that a lot of people don't understand about trading, is that it's not just you having access to the market and then watching your money grow by how much you put down. It's also the fact that your broker can give you a leverage and help you multiply your money. So while you're still growing your account, you could still multiply your income by using this called a leverage system. So just wanted to break this down for you guys. I know it was a little bit hard for me to explain, but the more I talk about it, the more I'll get better at it, explaining it to you guys. But that's pretty much how this works. So with the nano lot, right? We work on something called volume, and that means that when you enter the market, you may have like a percentage that you're going for, right? So the nano lot, you have access to about $100, and if you enter the market, you are entering with a leverage of 0.001, which I mean is kind of, not gonna lie, like nothing. It's kind of like a penny, right? A nano lot is literally like a penny. A micro lot, though, is about 10 cents. A mini lot is $1, and then a standard lot is about $10. So you put down this amount, you have access to a penny. And I know this sounds crazy, guys, but I'm telling you, like, trading is not something you do overnight. You learning this skill set is going to change your life forever, but it is something that's going to take time. But if you guys think about it, like, have you guys ever heard of the book? It's like an old tale, right? And the book is basically like a story tale for kids, and they say something about this woman who she lived in China, and she was getting rice from somebody, but she made a deal with the king and said, every day I want to double the amount of rice that I make. So every time I come, I want more of what I already have doubled. And the king thought it was a joke, and he didn't realize like this woman was actually very smart. So every single day, she started with 1 grain of rice. Every time she would leave her village to go to the king, and she would collect a grain of rice, right? The next day, it was 2 grains of rice. The next day, it was double that, and then double that, and double that. So eventually, she got so many grains of rice that the king ran out. But, this is just an example of like, this is possible. You can grow from very small. You know what I'm saying? I am somebody who was able to achieve that. And not only that, but like, you're able to do this for yourself. You're able to watch your account grow. And if you wanted to start at $100 and watch pennies grow, you can, bro. And then if you wanted to start at $1,000 and watch 10 cents grow, you can. But I just wanted you guys to know that trading is a process, and you just need to watch it grow and be patient. Be patient with yourself. Do not be eager enough to jump into the markets and hope to God that you make some. But what I really want to teach you guys is true skill, right? You're not going to win unless you have skill. If you don't have skill, you have a gamble. You're gambling. And gambling is really just not the best choice you can make. When you know what you're doing in the market, you're able to really just do this for yourself. This can actually become a great way to finance yourself for the future. And if you really think about it, uh, at our age, in this time, at our age, we may not even have social security. We may not even have, I think it was like 4K, like 411K or something. We won't have access to those things in the future. So if you think about this, it's kind of like you taking the money you already make now and funding yourself for the future, or funding yourself for little small things you want to, tackle out of your days, date nights, fun stuff that you want to do, or maybe you want to save it up and do something bigger for yourself. Maybe you guys want kids and stuff. And I am truly rambling right now, but let's just get back to topic, right? So okay, so here is something. If you guys want, you guys can go ahead and screenshot this. And like I said, every single video that I do is going to be recorded. So you guys ask me, okay? Ask me if you wanted the recorded video. Ask me if you want to be the regular who gets the recorded videos, because I know that our times are very important, and I try to make it very accessible to you guys, and you guys learning everything that you need to know, right? So if you want, go ahead and screenshot this. This is like the definition of what every lot size is. So it tells you, for this one, this pair, so the nano lot, it uses an example of the USD Euro pair, and it works best for the nano lot, right? So different things for different lot sizes. Just wanted you guys to know that as well. Mini lot, go ahead and screenshot that. Okay, bet. So next thing I wanted to talk about was, when you guys have, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about you multiplying your income through trading on a small lot size, right? So this one, we're actually using the mini lot size, and it's a little hard to understand, but let's say this person, this is a trading plan, right? Let's say the person who is doing this trading plan, they use $100 as their down payment, right? This is their balance. This is how much they started off with. They just put down $100, right, to enter the market for the first time. The lot size they're using is a mini lot. So technically they're playing with 17 cents. So that's like nothing, right? But when the broker converts it, this is how much they're making as the pips go up. We'll go over like definitions of pips, what a pip is, and stuff like that as well. But for now, let's just focus on the trading plan, right? Because I want you guys to get into the mindset that, trading really is a great way to make money. You know what I'm saying? So, more time on your hands, and money's being made when you guys are sleeping. So $100, 17 cents every pip. And then after that, that is $202 that the person made in one whole day. So the next day, that person has $202 in their account, and now they're working with a lot size of 0.34. So when their account is multiplying, double that is 406, right? So 406 with a lot size of 0.68, okay? Every time a pip goes up or down, they're gaining or losing 680, okay? That's $814 in their account, okay? So $814 is what their balance is right now. And now they're up to the next lot size, right? So what lot size are they at? Let's go back and look. So they're now at this digit, so 1.0. They're now in a standard lot, right? So up $10 every time they catch a pip. It's up or down $10, okay? Wrong thing. Oh, my bad. Okay. I'm gonna move that. Okay. So back to what I was saying, they're now in a standard lot size, right? So every time it's going up or down, it's $13. Now they've made $1,630, and the list goes on. Okay, it is possible to reach this point with the right kind of skill and with the right kind of education. Okay, so after 11 times entering the market, and you just started off with $100. Look at where this person's at right now. Their last time that they entered the market, they made 400K basically. Okay, so it is very possible to make trading, you know, a part of another stream of income if you wish. But this is really you guys just getting that education on and really just like learning how it works. And, we're going to have more sessions until you guys get it. And if you guys are lost with anything, please ask me to repeat it. Or if you have any more questions about like what I'm talking about right now, if you're a little confused or anything, I don't mind, hooking up my laptop and let's just like talk one-on-one. Or I might even include that in the next session. So that's just something I wanted to tell you guys is I wanted you all to see the vision, understand lot sizes, and then also understand how to open up your broker's account. So what I'm gonna do for Hugo's Way, when you guys are ready to open up your account, is I'm gonna send you all this video, and it's just gonna allow you guys, it's gonna walk you through all the steps of you getting your broker's account open, and then the process of you connecting it to MetaTrader 4. And if you guys don't already have it, it is exactly that, MetaTrader 4. Just type that into your apps and then download that app for yourself. That way, you guys don't have to rely on a laptop to trade. You guys can actually do so from your phone as well. Is there anything else I'm missing? Let me think. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and put that in the chat too. Let's see. Micro lots, a trading plan, broker's account. I think that's what I said we were gonna get caught up for this week. Let's see. Trading view. Oh, okay. So as well as a broker's account, make sure you guys create your trading view account. Okay, this is where we're going to mark up and study our charts. Okay, so tradingview.com. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to go over. So okay, so tradingview.com, create your account, do the 30-day free trial. That's all you need right now. I still do it. So, just go ahead and do that. And, this is how you can like have access to all your pairs and everything. You just type it into the search bar. And always go for the one in the right-hand corner that says forex.com in gray when you're choosing them, okay? Because we are doing forex pairs. So after you get to this page, you just click full feature chart, and then it gives you access to your chart so you can mark it up. And one thing I wanted to tell you guys is next session, I think we're gonna go over your tools in TradingView. Yes, we're gonna go over your tools in TradingView, so that way you guys understand how to do it, how to work it, and if you guys wanted to practice on your own, you guys can do that as well. But let's just go over another factor, right? So it's not just about you understanding the charts, like I said. It's also about different factors, right? Trading factors. I'm talking about factors and I type in factors. So forex. This is what I'm trying to type in. Forex factory. Okay, so it's not just about you understanding how to trade, it's also you understanding why the market is the way it is and what's it doing. Why is it reacting in this way? What are the factors that play in this? And, if I'm a participant in the market, who are my, who's right beside me, right? So there's a video I'm also going to send in the chat, which is going to go over like what is Forex exactly, who are participants in Forex, uh, and why is it that, the market is always moving, right? Well, there's a reason for that. One really big reason for why the market moves the way it does is based off of news. So there's a lot of like worldly events that go on, like not just in our country, but in Japan, in Australia, in Europe, all of Europe. There's news always constantly going on. And when news is going on all the time, it's actually affecting the way the market is moving. It's affecting the value of the currency within that nation. So just keep that in mind as well. The way that you're able to check for news, not just our news in the United States, but news around the world, you don't actually have to know the news, right? Okay. I just wanted to make that clear, is that you don't actually have to know what's going on around the world and think about that all the time. This website right here actually makes it very simple for people, because me thinking about news all the time, that's too much for my own head, right? I have a lot on my plate to be thinking about, oil spills in Japan, which is sad. We shouldn't have that out in the world. It's real pollution. But, very off topic. I'm very off topic sometimes, you guys. But okay, so Forex Factory, this actually makes it very easy for people, traders, to actually look at news and understand how the market is moving for certain pairs. So I'm going to show you guys how to use it, right? So it's called forexfactory.com. Mark that on your tabs, or if you're taking notes, please write that down as well. And this right here, right? As soon as you log in, they're going to show you like a little chart, and there's like little folders right here. And right on the left-hand side of it, it's going to go over which currency is having news, right? Over here, the dates for when they're occurring. If they're occurring today, they may even occur. They're going to tell you news for the next few days as well. So Monday, so today, tomorrow's news, the next day's news, and so forth, right? So the way that I use it, as well as other traders, is that these yellow folders, it's considered mild news, right? The orange folders, it's like kind of in the middle, and then red folders are what you really care about, okay? So these folders are really going to show you the shifts in the market. So Monday, June 17th at 2 p.m. for Euro USD, we have news, right? There's the ECB President Draghi speech. So this is major news in Europe. And when you click it, you can actually get a little more information on it. And it's going to tell you like, okay, speaker, or it might be like an alert or something, but it's really just telling you that something's going to happen in the market, and it's all due to news going on in the world. Point blank. Pretty self-explanatory, I feel. But I just wanted to show you guys how to use it. And then, that's when I would say, when you guys are watching for these pairs and stuff, watch to see, like, even if you don't jump into the market, even if you just look on forexfactory.com and you saw, okay, so let's look at tomorrow's, right? Tuesday, June 18th at 4 a.m. for Euro USD, or for the European pair, the Euro, that's when the president is going to be speaking, right? So if you look on TradingView, this is something I did. This is how I started off. Let's say we're looking at, it could even be just Euro USD. Yeah, we're just going to do like Euro USD. Even if you just look for a European pair and you compare the news that you read about, and you looked at the market to see if it made that change, it's good help that you understand that, you know, you want to connect the dots. You want to understand why the market is doing that, you know? So not just understanding some skill sets that I'm teaching you guys, but also understanding, you know, news. Why does news do that? You know, why did the market make this huge move when I wanted to go this way, but it actually went that way, you know? So it's not just your predictions may be wrong. It might honestly just be news. You don't really want to trade during news too. I wanted to tell you guys that as well. Okay, so, you know, tomorrow, what I would be looking for is at at 4 a.m., right? You see this little bar at the bottom? My crosshair connects to it. June. Let's see. I have a few more minutes with you guys. Oops. So at 4 a.m., 4 a.m., I'm going to be looking for what the market is doing right in this zone, right? I want to see what it's going to do. And then I'm going to look at Forex Factory, look to see that that's accurate, and notice if the market makes a big change because we just had news, right? Just so you guys recognize that. Personally, I want to, and you're more than welcome to try whatever you guys want to do, but focusing on one pair is very important. So if you guys want, make it maybe your duty or your homework tomorrow to look at Euro USD, look back at Forex Factory, read the date and the time that we're going to have news, and see if that's accurate in the market. And I'm going to check myself so that way, you know, we can talk about it too. But yes, let's make that a homework assignment. So yes, Forex Factory, huge component in trading. You don't have to be an expert of knowing what news is going on around the world, although it is nice to know. It is nice to know what goes on in our world, right? But super handy. One more thing I wanted to talk about was, and I did send out like a PDF, like a picture of the sessions that we have. Forex session times. Okay, so what are sessions, right? So sessions, we have several kinds. We have the London session, we have the New York session, we have the Japan session, and we have the Sydney session. So these sessions are, if you think about it, in the United States, a lot of people are up around like 9 a.m., right? 8 a.m., 9 a.m., probably even 7. So like from 7 to 9, basically. That's when people are up, they're getting ready for work, they're doing what they really have to do. So we have something called the New York session. In New York, you know, back in the 70s, we had people trading all the time in Wall Street, just throwing money around, gambling, doing it all, right? But it exploded. More and more people started to hear about it. And since technology has developed, more and more people have access to Wall Street's trades, right? Wall Street's like trading. So, which is called US 30 in trading. So, you know, on TradingView, if you wanted to look at it, it's called US 30. But anyway, so my point is that when the world is up in one part of the hemisphere, people are trading that session. People in the United States are trading the New York session. Makes sense? So for the London session, London is awake at 4 a.m., like 2 to 4 a.m. our time. So even if it sounds very inconvenient, that's something I want you guys to know is that, you know, we may be awake at a certain time and another part of the world may be awake at a certain time, and, you know, maybe Japan will be awake at a certain time, which is actually the afternoon to us, and Sydney as well, from 5 p.m. to the next day, which is 2 a.m. So the whole world, in other words, is awake at certain times. And when we enter sessions, you really want to know that we're in the London session, or, when you're trying to enter a trade, you want to know that you're in the Sydney session or even the Tokyo session. So let's say you find a favorite pair, right? Let's say, I'm going to throw something new at you guys. Let's say you find that your favorite pair is probably Euro JPY, or maybe USD JPY, right? So what you would probably take a look at is the USD dollar, so the New York session. Or you might even take a look at the Tokyo session, which is the Japan yen, right? So that's actually at this time session. And why these sessions are so important is because, like I said, those people are awake and moving at that time. Those people are awake and trading. They're ready to get into their trades, right? So us being around on the opposite side of the world, we're looking at them, we're like, we want a part of that too. So, you just need to be aware of people's times. And this is actually when people are most volatile in the market. So in the New York session, we may be trading the New York session, but other people around the world may be trading the New York session as well. But we all know that during 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., the New York session is going at it, right? We all know that because people are awake and they're ready to trade. And, in Sydney, people are awake 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. our time, and they're ready to get going. They're ready to hop into their markets and trade. But one thing I wanted to tell you is that every single pair fits into its own category. So the Tokyo session, it's gonna trade Asian pairs. So it might be the Singapore, it might be the yen, right? For the London session, you're probably gonna be trading like you're probably gonna be trading the euro, the pound. So things like that, keep in mind. And in the New York session, very obvious, the US dollar, and the Sydney session, the Australian dollar, okay? So that's just something I wanted to clarify for you guys, because I know, even if I send you guys charts, like you may understand what it means, but it's a lot easier when somebody's really sitting down and explaining it to you, which is something I needed help with too. But that's pretty much all that I really wanted to cover for you guys. Oh, this one's perfect. I like this. So time zones, right? And then they give you like the times. Oh wait, what? Huh? Okay, say GMT April. Okay. Oh, duh. Because time differences. So this one's actually very, very good. If you guys want to take a picture of that too, definitely take a picture of that, because it's telling you, from April to October, this is like the times. And when time changes, it's probably going to move to a different time. You're going to fall back or fall forth. But okay, that's pretty much it. All that I wanted to cover for today's session. Next session, we are going to go over tools in TradingView. And, please, if you guys have any questions at all, anything you guys want me to go over, let me know, and then we can go ahead and just answer all of those questions on a web call. So that's pretty much it. I think we finished on time. Thank you all for hopping on. You guys are great. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.